Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the house. See, that could have been my YouTube intro, but instead, it's What's Good YouTube. My hair's a little bit crazy, just got back from Six Flags, and then I hit the gym afterwards. Really had a day to disconnect, but as I read this card, I knew I absolutely had to make a video catching up on some of the new cards here, and boy, in Rising Rampage, are we getting it. So even if Salamangreats really get hit on a ban list, like, this is pretty insane for them. They get a premature burial for fire decks, period. So, this is always treated as a Salamangreat card, despite its name being Rising Fire. Always treated as a Salamangreat card. Always. So, yeah, if something searches as a Salamangreat card, hey, this is for you. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn each. If you control no monsters, activate this card by targeting a fire monster in your graveyard, special summon that monster, and if you do, equip this card to it. It gains 500 attack. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. Now, people are, I think, a little overly freaking out about this card, but yeah, if you happen to deal with all of their resources in a Salamangreat deck and don't kill them, typically they recur well enough on their own. Now they have an additional kind of superior starter, but at the same time, I find this to be a little lackluster too by the if you control no monsters, so you will have had to load your graveyard and then go off. It does make stuff like maybe Foolish Burial a lot more viable within the deck, though. There's other ways, but still, not relying on itself where Salamangreats already do such a great job. If this card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can banish one monster on the field. So there's actually a punishment clause in this card if it's destroyed by it. So Cosmic Cyclones and the likes, they don't mind it so much, but cards like Twin Twisters that are commonly used for back row removal, they mind just a little bit. So basically, this clause of destroying the monster has to be worth destroying this and losing a banished monster on your field. Overall, I don't think it's the greatest, biggest deal ever, but it is an option for a deck that can become searchable by being a Salamangreat card. But yeah, I just don't see where it really is going to end up in the metagame, like, shoved in. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I think this first clause kind of, like, checks it really hard, in my opinion. Unless, like, ooh, Hidden Armory, this is an equip spell, mill a Salamangreat card, please give up my normal summon. I don't think so. I seriously don't think we're headed that way, but do let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Next up is a interesting little floodgate-like monster in Beat Raptor that self-replaces. So it's a level 4 Earth Dinosaur effect monster, attack 1400, a beefy booty at 2000 defense. You can only use this card's second effect once per turn, while this card is in the main monster zone. So I don't think it would ever be in the extra monster zone. Negate the effects of all monsters in the extra monster zone. So basically, when they're link climbing up, it stops the first one. So cards like Reproductus, Summon Sorceress, etc., that really ends up hurting them, and the first Saryuja. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can special summon a Beat Raptor from your deck. So once per turn, if this would get run over, another one pops out and they'll have to deal with two, and it's a special summon so it can come out with that beefy booty. I think it's still, I don't know, a little niche. Like, you're summoning a 1400 monster, it's going to get run over easy enough, but it can force them into a main phase 2 situation rather than a battle phase. It's cute that it's a dinosaur and dino support, but I still don't think it's going to be, like, the main difference. Like, Conductor is already trying to stymie them before they get to the extra monsters, and you're trying to flip things face down and stop them from link summoning in dinosaurs as it is. So maybe an extra layer of protection to where you don't have to use Conductor right away. Like, you don't have to fear Cerberus in the extra monster zone. You don't have to fear a lot of things. And it does stop a lot of upward going links like Mermaid. So let me know what you guys think of this as well. But here's the reaction bit, boys. Here's the reaction. I haven't read any of these. We have the Marincesses. We have Blue Angels, as it were, or I guess Owies. Aqua theme, and I already hear people saying, who ordered up the Mermail support? I don't know if it really will. I haven't been able to read this, but I am guessing with the name Marincess, like marine, that, hey, it's gonna be water. And it is, of course. I haven't kept up with the anime, basically, so these are new to me. Marincess Seahorse is a level 3 Water Cyverse effect monster. Attack 1400, defense 1000. Good level. You can only special summon one card with this card's name the way it is written in its first effect per turn. You can only use this card's name second effect once per turn. You can special summon this card from your hand to zone a Marincess monster you control points to. So, Link monsters inbound. During your main phase, except during the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon a water monster from your hand to a monster zone a Marincess monster you control points to. So it has a delay on its enabled point, somewhat hurting it. Why can't our women be unrestricted and powerful? Oh man. So yeah, it'll take a turn to get to use this effect. Unfortunate that they're not letting you turbo out with it, but I'm sure there's good reasons in card design for that, right? Right. Marincess Sea Star, a level 2 Water Cyverse effect monster, attack 800, defense 400. You can only use this card's name effect up to twice per turn. I've been waiting for phrases like this. Up to twice per turn. I don't know how many cards have this phrasing, but this is really exciting. Use it twice per turn. I actually have like this whole video planned out on like things that Konami could do to change something. Like if it's something Ash Blossom, you could do it again perhaps within the turn, especially an on-summon effect, so that if you went out of your way to special summon something again, you get another chance at it. This is exciting wording from Konami, up to twice per turn. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, then target a Marincess monster you control. It gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. This will be exciting if you can somehow recur it during your turn. Like if something's sent from your hand to the graveyard, you can grab one back, allowing you to kind of loop it twice. That would be cute. All right, Marincess Blue Slug. Slug. Sea slugs are actually like a thing, so I can't. Okay, you're a princess, but you're a slug. Princess Slug, yes. Link 1 Water Cyverse Link effect monster, attack 1500. It's got a bottom arrow. Material 1 level 4 or lower Marincess monster, so you can just use any of the ones shown so far, just 2. All right. And if this card is Link summoned, you can target 1 Marincess monster in your graveyard except Marincess Blue Slug. Add it to your hand. Oh, hey. So if this card is Link summoned, so maybe if there's something that lets you Link summon on their turn, you could recur this twice per turn. Hey. Also, you cannot special summon monsters the rest of the turn except water monsters. So we have the restriction in the clause. So yeah, synergy with Mermails, I guess. But you need specifically Marincess for her. Let's see here. Marincess Coral Anemone. All right, some interesting princesses here. Attack 2000 though, left and bottom. Any 2 water monsters here. All right, we're going generic. You can only use this card's name's first and second effect once per turn each. You can target 1 water monster with 1500 or less attack in your graveyard. Special summon it to your zone this card points to. Also, you cannot special summon monsters the rest of the turn except water monsters. This is good. Ooh, we're going places. It just any 2 water monsters, and we have a water reborn. Now this, to me, is scarier than this. Wow. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target a Marincess card in your graveyard except Marincess Coral Anemone and add it to your hand. Alright, so there's the Archetype power up too. See, this is how I feel like Link Reigns Pack 1 cards should have been made. Some good generic support, followed by some specific support. That is pretty cool. Ooh. Is she an urchin? Let's see here. We got Marbled Rock here. Marincess Marbled Rock, a Link 3 Water Cyverse Link effect monster. Attack 2500. Links left, right, and bottom, so all favorable towards you. It's any 2+ water monsters. So again, generic. You can only use this card's name's first effect once per turn. You can target a Marincess card in your graveyard except Marbled Rock. Add it to your hand. Nice. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send a Marincess monster from your hand to the graveyard. Monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle battle damage from that battle. That's fine. The recurrence thing is maybe cooler overall, because I'm sensing the theme here of recurrence. If it's sent from the graveyard, target and add. If this is Link summoned, you do it. This is pretty cool. Actually, no, you can just use this, huh? You can target 1 Marincess card in your graveyard. That's a once per turn. Interesting. And this one did something too. If this card is link summoned, you target a Marincess monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So you're able to just keep going. And this makes a lot more sense. But this is only until the end of the turn, so I guess it's used as an offensive card more so. Hey, we've got trap cards. Marincess Wave, normal trap. If you control a link 3 or higher Marincess or higher, that leaves room for the future. You can activate this card from your hand. Oh, hand trap. If you control a Marincess Link monster, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, negate that monster's effects till the end of this turn. Ooh, an Archetype. Impermanence. In addition, if you control a Link 2 or higher Marincess monster, all face-up monsters you control become unaffected by opponent's card effects till the end of this turn. This card's pretty insane. I was like, okay, let's get to the traps. We should read through them. We're here. Yo! This is some good stuff. This suddenly makes this way more viable, huh? And hopefully they get like a better link for or something. Marincess current normal trap card. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. If you control a link 3 or higher Marincess monster, you can activate this card from your hand. When a Marincess link monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to 400x that monster you control's link rating. So up to... okay, it's cute. In addition, if you control a link 2 or higher Marincess monster and the opponent's monster was a link monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's link rating times 500. Burn damage? I guess we're going with the Trickstar theme here. I don't know. It does sound like it can be big boy damage, but at the same time, this definitely has my eyes competitively more. The Mermail mix synergy really is there. I am liking this, especially the link too. This gives generic water support something. So, thank you so much for watching today. Hopefully you did enjoy all of this. This is pretty insane Mermail support in a sense. Like, the water support, it's crazy. I think the Premature, Salamangreat Premature, I think is hurt heavily by this clause. But again, I'm not the best Salad Boy player. Let me know what you think of this card overall. I feel like you gotta live to be using it. Like, you gotta have everything destroyed, live, and then I feel like you have your own recurrence already. But thanks for watching so much. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. And hey, always take some time for yourself, guys. Like, you know, not every single day has to be that grind. Always make sure you're good.